Okay, we have leg day again. It is day 17. We are going to be using a mini band. So find something with really good tension. Mine are pretty mini and teeny. So you can get them a little wider or a little less tension or a little more tension. So find something that works for you, for your legs. And then I'm going to use 25-pound dumbbells, but something a little heavy to put those legs under load, and we'll get to work. Go ahead and lie all the way down on your back and just enjoy a nice stretch. Reach your arms way back behind and your legs super far forward. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then tug one knee into your chest and then push it over the body. Just get a nice little twist. Some space in your back and shoulder, and then put it back. And we'll go left leg, tuck it in, and then push it over your chest to the other side. Lengthen your opposite arm out onto the ground. And then put both feet on the ground and drive your hips up into a glute bridge. So just drive nice and high. You should try to get your knees about right on top of your heels. Push into those feet and pull back towards your shoulders, finding a little more traction. And then just bring your arms behind. Inhale and then down and around, kind of scraping them along the floor. So inhale back. And then exhale down and around. Inhale back. And exhale down and around. We'll go one more like that. Go ahead and get going on your core. Flex everything deep inside. And then lower your hips and take your knees down on the ground to the left and then down on the ground to the right. So just windshield wiper those knees back and forth. Perfect. All right. Hug your knees into the chest. Bring your head and shoulders up off the ground as well. And then we're going to go ahead and start with just a little bird or dead bug. So bring your legs up into a tabletop position. Your arms face the ceiling. Extend your opposite arm and leg. Hold just a second. Grab deep through that core and then pull everything back together. Tighten as much as you can through that abdomen. Now hit your other side. Hold on that extension. Try to find flexion. Bring back. One more time each side. Extend. Hold, flex, 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 and then bring it back. And then your other side, hold, and bring back. All right. Go ahead and roll yourself up. Let's take a nice little wide, low squat. Stretch through those hips, your knees, your ankles, and then we're going to get that band on and start with our little core set. So for 3 rounds, we are going to hit a twist and reach. So we'll be banded on the legs and we're basically just doing a crunch. And then we're going to do an oblique V-up. We'll do 10 each direction on our crunch. 20 oblique V-ups. We're going to try to put tension on our band. And then 10 V-ups. And then 20 plank jacks. And I'll give you little alternates along the way. So grab your band, put it on around your mid-calf. So kind of halfway up that lower leg. Okay, and then once you have that set, I'll run us through real quick. Put tension on your band. So try to pull your legs apart so that the band has a little bit of tension. Always putting it on there. You're going to flex through your feet. And then we're just going to reach opposite arm to toe. Nothing too crazy. If you need to keep your head on the ground, just push your hips up off the ground in that little heel press. Okay, after that, we're going to hit up those oblique crunches. So you're still going to try to hold tension on your band. We're going to go 20 each side. If that doesn't work for you, then you can either stay up with your upper body. Sometimes that helps. Not going up and down with that upper body. You can also try bending in through those knees, or you can just stay fully supported with the hips on the ground, and you can go into a little clam opener. So even though this will get you more into that abductor, you can still really focus on core contraction and flexion through there. Okay, and then these are going to be the doozy. So we're going to do a full V-up. You'll extend your arms all the way back, and then you got to bring those legs up at the same time you bring your arms up. Now, if you need to, you can totally bend your knees. Sometimes that's a little easier. You can also use your arms for help. And if none of those work, you can just come into a little crunch on the ground. Okay, and then from there, we're going to do plank jacks. So you plant your hands, shoulders up over those wrists, and then you're going to jump in and out with that tension on the band. If a plank doesn't work for you, then come all the way up and do little jumping jack bounces up at the top. All right, let's get started. 3 rounds. We're going to start with our little twist and reach. So tension on your band, push your low back into the ground, drive across the front of the belly all the way across, and then just reach. 1, kind of feels good on the back. Little twist. 4, 5. Tighten through that belly. 7. We're already sneaking in the legs. Keeping tension on that band. 9 and 10. All right, lower onto your side. Try to keep tension on your band. And we're going to go into those oblique V-ups. 4, 5. Focus on that oblique. 7, 8. There's halfway. 2, 3, 4. If it's too much to keep that band apart, pushed apart, your feet apart, feel free to just keep your feet together. Don't worry about the band. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay. Other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to get your upper body down and then back up, because that's what's going to take your obliques to the next level. That's what's really pushing you. Have to work. 15. You got it. Tighten in. 18, 19, 20. Okay. Whew. We're going to try for those V-ups. First one's always the toughest. You got to kind of get your momentum and timing going. All right, here we go. Push that low back into the ground. 2, 3, 4. Really get that low back shoved in. Keep pushing against your band as much as possible. 9, 10. Whew, okay. Plank jacks. Or you come up. Plant your hands. We're going to go to 20. Doesn't have to be super big. Watch your core. So keep that solid plank. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, there's one set. Let's go into our second. Feet are up, legs are up. Twist and reach. 1, 2. You're going to feel these a little more in that upper abdomen. So you kind of have to make sure you're getting your flexion, your own self-grab in the lower abdomen. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oblique V-ups. Here we go. 20 of these. 4. Set into what you're doing. Feel the work where you want it. 6, 7. Get that core stronger. 12. 17. My feet want to go together so bad. 19, and 20. Okay, other side. Set it in, grab that core. Roll back just a teeny bit. You're on kind of the mushy part of your booty, not on your hip bone. 8. Embrace a little bit of extra work. Find the heat. 15. Watch your neck. Keep it out of your neck. 18. 19. 20. All right. Hitting those V-ups. Here we go. Set it in. And lift. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Work from that core. 10. Okay, those were harder that time. Plank jacks. 1, 2, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, last set here. Lie down, put those legs straight up, tension on your band, and reach and twist. 1, 4. Should be a little more tired. This is where we make changes and progressions, pushing into the work. 8, 9, 10. All right. Our oblique V-ups, as much as you can, still keep those legs separated. 2, 3, 6. Sit into that oblique. Feel it work. 14. Scan the body. Get all those flexions. 18, 19, 20. Okay. Feel more leg at the end of that than oblique. But I know my oblique is still working. Ready? Go. 2, 3, 4, 10. Try to get as much range as you can. 17, 18, 20. All right. Those lovely V-ups. Gear up. Get that core set. Ready and go. 1, 2. Find that belly. 3. Especially the low portion. That's what's you're getting that by using the legs. That's the leg lift. One more. 10. I think that's my capacity. All right. Plank jacks. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. Okay. Sit those hips back. Give yourself just a little stretch. Nice work. Okay, we got our little floor ab set done. We're going to be keeping that, of course, the core contracted the whole time. All right, we're going to start with one weight. Keep your band kind of high ankle, low calf. And we're just going to do a weighted lateral walk. Okay, so if you have more space, feel free to take more space. Make sure your band is always on tension. So if you bring your legs too close together, mine still doesn't drop, but you lose that constant flexion in your abductors. So sit your hips back a little. Chest is still really tall and the core strong. You're going to pull and then step, but make sure you always have that tension. So instead of counting my feet, my walk, I'm going to count my passes. Down and back is 1, and I'm going to go 4 for now. Tighten the core, not too intense. So the band is low, so you have to keep track of your knees. Your knees should be what's pulling the foot, not the foot pulling the knee. There's 2. Little extra bracing in the back and core and arms from your weight. Pull from the knee to get into that abductor, that upper outer glute. Find your belly. Last one. Okay, so just a slight adjustment. Take one little second. We're going to take our weight and push it up overhead. So you're going to have one single arm hold. We're going to walk down and back, and then we'll do the other side down and back. So if that doesn't work for you, try holding it just on the shoulder. And if that doesn't work for you, just go back to your chest. All right, here we go. Punch it up. So you want to get that body a little more off balance. Make sure the core is still tugging back. Hopefully you have enough load on the weight that you have to really kind of focus. Shouldn't be easy. Okay, 1, and then the other side. Here we go. Keep your range. We got to keep our hips level, core strong. Having to find the balance throughout the back, the core, foundation in those glutes and thighs. And 2, that's it. Okay, we get to move the band a little. Bring the band up above your kneecaps. And we're going to go squats. Bring your weight back up. Pull the knees wide. Pull, push against that band. Okay, we're going to go to 20. Drop and drive up through the glutes. Check in with that core. See if you can get a little lower than normal. Focus on driving through the underneath side of the leg. There's 10. Constantly pushing your knees against that band. Check in with your core. 18, 19, and 20. Okay. We're going to go back to the ground. Grab your other dumbbell if you have it handy. We're going to do a weighted glute bridge. These can be awkward, but do your best to figure out how to add a little weight. and go 20 of these. So I like to set my hands so my arms are pretty straight. And then you're going to lift. 1, 2, 3. So however much you have access to as far as weights. So my butt's having to push extra 50 pounds. So you should be feeling that burn. Still pushing your knees apart. 11, 12. This targets the glutes so well. 18, 19, and 20. And we need that. We need that powerhouse. I mean, you know, it's kind of the thing right now to have big booty. I don't think that's ever going to really happen for me. But having that big, strong powerhouse, move your band back down around your high ankle, low calf, is really important to keeping a healthy low back. So, all right, you can go body weight or go back to holding one weight. Just forces that core and upper body to have a little more stability and flex. We're just going to do a back step. Pick one direction that your toe isn't tapping. And if you want to do both, that's fine. Okay, here we go. 20, 2, 3. We don't want to rush it. Tighten the core. There's 10. Line that stabilizing knee with the toe. 17, 18, glute and hamstring. Oh. Other side. Second side. I'm gonna feel it. 1, 4. Sit into the work. Check in with your core. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Nice job. Stretch out those legs. Give them a little bounce. We're going to go back to the top with our walks. All right, so your band is around that high ankle, low calf still. Just a little mid squat. Here we go. 1, 4, walks. Pull the knee with the toe. Lift up out of your rib cage. Think about contracting that core, your torso, all the way around. Remember, we want to pull from the hip as opposed to the foot. 2. 2 more. You got it. 3. Grabbing my mat. Good little reminder. Make sure you're not dragging that second foot. 4. Okay. Now we're on the overhead walk. I'm going to start with my left arm this time. Punch it up or hold wherever you decided. Sitting the hips still back a little. You don't have to stick this arm out there. Hello. It helps with balance. Check in with those knees. All right, other side. Punch it up. Scanning the body every step. Make sure you're connected. Set in. Use those glutes. Perfect. Okay, squats. So move your band back up above your kneecaps. All right, pull knees with toes for 20. Here's 1. Toes are straight ahead. Feel like you're screwing your heels into the ground. And the toes are kind of pushing wide. 8. Sit back on those heels. Tighten that core. 5. Tall chest. 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Okay, back to our weighted glute bridge. Set those feet, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. Get that little pause at the top. Still focus on that core. You kind of let the flexion go as your hips drop toward the ground. And then you just re-tighten up to pop those hips to the top. 2 more. 10, which is 20. Whew. Okay, coming up. All right, we're going to do our back step. So we got to lower that band back down around our high ankle, low calf. Weighted if you'd like. Totally up to you. We're almost there. After this, we just have one little bonus, and then we're going to stretch. Okay, I'm going to start on my second leg this time. Kick that back. 2, 5, 6, 10. My band is moving up with the sweat. 18, 19, 20. Other side. 4. 11. You got it. 'Keep that core. 17. Focus where you want to get that burn. 19, 20. Whew. Okay. Our bonus, we're just going to do squatting abductors. So pull that band up above your kneecap. One last time. Sit in your squat, wide squat, and then you're just going to abduct. Okay, for 30. 1, 2, 3. Sit back on your heels. There's 10. Tighten your belly button back. There's 20. Belly strong, lifted chest. Make sure you're not rounding. No hunkering. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. Get rid of your band. Nice work. Shake your leg, shake your leg. Okay, come nice and wide, and then hinge over to your left. So your right leg's going to be straight. Drop all the way down on that left leg. So originally I had hoped to try to get 3 sets. As always, you know that third set's the moneymaker. But I don't know if you've noticed or not, but this session, this series, we've had a lot more 2-set workouts. Okay, go to the other side. And I'm okay with that because my goal was and is to slow down a little in each rep. I don't know if you can tell, still a lot of work. Slowing down and setting into the move is also a moneymaker. We can rephrase that, strength maker. Lots of money just causes lots of problems, so. Good little low grade heart rate. Okay, let's come to center. We'll grab that low squat. So it's low and wide, so bring your heels pretty wide, knees pretty wide so you can get your elbows inside the knees, hands together, lift the chest. Should feel good on those hips, your low back, your upper back, ankles, shins, calves, knees. Okay, and then we're going to go into a pigeon either side. So just twist, drop your leg down. So the front leg, make sure that your foot is flexed, and then square the hips off. So your front heel is kind of pulling or facing your opposite hip. And then that opposite hip is going to want to rise up, so you got to push it down. And this is going to feel so nice on those hips and glutes that we so amazingly work today. Okay, let's push into our hands, drive the hips up, kind of go through a down dog or a plank, whatever works for you. And then you're going to bring that other leg up. I hope you're finding health in other areas of your life as well. Food and nutrition, water, sleep, stress management, taking a couple minutes, only 2, that's kind of all I can manage for my personality, to just focus on my breath. It's also way less daunting to find 2 minutes throughout the day. We find 2 minutes to check the news or our Instagram stories or, mess with our Bluetooth settings. So I'm sure you can find 2 minutes to just stop and breathe. People around you also will notice, and it's a great example. I think the world can be a lot healthier and happier humanity if we can just stop and breathe. Don't put any, major goals on it. Okay, slide that back leg around. You don't have to think of things to be grateful for, although you can. But just stop and breathe. You don't even have to close your eyes. I don't put any rules, and I make other than my amount of minutes and deeper breath. Reach forward over those legs. Try to keep your back nice and long. I do like to kind of notice how, do it in different locations. Sometimes a quiet spot. I love being outdoors, as you all know, so just feeling the wind, birds, hearing the birds, whatever else is going on, but then also in a grocery store or while you're sitting at a stoplight. Just notice how the world is rushing around you, and you can just stop for a couple seconds. Keep your eyes open if you are at a stoplight, though. All right, great work. As always, it's a pleasure to be with you, and I can't wait to do it again.